Sound had spit that in, I want to say, June of 2002. And since then, organically, a number of rituals have started. So for instance, when someone is introducing a new piece, something that they've never done before, then someone will say new shit, and then someone else will say, fresh out the ass, son. And then someone else will say, just hit the water. And then somebody else will say, bloop. And so these pieces developed over time. It started out with just saying new shit, which is sort of derivative of hip hop culture. DJ Clue, who did a series of popular mixtapes in the 90s, he would always say, new from Jay-Z, new from so-and-so. That was just his thing. So new shit, I think, came from there. Fresh out the ass, son, came from Mary Bowman. Rest in peace. She's very important to the that family. She was actually born HIV positive, and she used her life to do poetry about being an HIV survivor. Dwayne is a proud winner of the first ever Mary Bowman Award, which he was issued this year, I believe, earlier this year. But Mary Bowman said, fresh out the ass, son. And I think B-Dub, Brandon Douglas, I think he added just hit the water. And then Loop, I don't know exactly where that came from. Came from the toilet.
Donald Trump holding a re-election rally on Juneteenth. It's like the KKK holding a revival in Rosewood. It's like Stephen Glass teaching a course on journalistic ethics. I put the lie in libel, baby, yeah. It's like 50 Cent doing a Ja Rule tribute at the Fire Festival. Damn, homie. It's like Nas performing Ether at Jay-Z's birthday party. Fuck Jay-Z. It's like Kanye West declaring that George Bush doesn't care about black people, only to ultimately become as washed away by the MAGA craze as the Gulf Coast was washed away by Katrina's waves. Huh? You ain't got the answers, yay. Donald Trump holding an orange is the new president shindig thingamajig on Juneteenth, Emancipation Day, in Tulsa. It's like Carol Baskin shooting a sequel to Tiger King in Joe Exotic's former park and calling it Tiger Queen. Hey, cool cats and kittens. It's like Tina Turner being invited to open up for a pimp convention hosted by Ike Turner. Eat the cake, anime, anime. It's like Dr. Fauci catching COVID-19 at a coronavirus press conference after getting sneezed on by the president. Damn, grabbed him by the Fauci. Donald Trump holding a Make America Hate Again Festivus to mess with the rest of us on Freedom Day in Tulsa, Oklahoma, home of Black Wall Street. It's like George Zimmerman planking on Trayvon Martin's grave while sipping Arizona iced tea and sucking on some Skittles. Taste the rainbow, beast mode. It's like the Minneapolis cop who killed George Floyd and his 3 accomplices who kneeled next to him, serving as pallbearers in George Floyd's funeral. Wade in the slaughter. It's like Satan himself pissing on Jesus Christ while he hang from the cross. How's that for holy water? No, no, no. Donald J. Trump holding a Keep America Goddamn Great conclave on Juneteenth in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 99 years after the Black Wall Street massacre. While the ink on our Black Lives Matter protest posters is still as wet as the blood in Breonna Taylor's bedroom, is just like Donald Trump being elected president of the United States in the first place. It is nose-thumbing nerve at its nonsensical nadir. It is an abomination of hypocrisy whose ridiculousness in nature is exceeded only by the obliviousness of its perpetrators. It is a disrespect too specific to be an accident. It is, in other words, exactly what I have come to expect of America.
Well, we founded Spit That in June of 2002. And since then, organically, a number of rituals have started. Fatboy Sean is the most involved legend. We were on our second venue when Spit That was at Mocha Hut Cafe, now defunct, but it was on U Street between 13th and 14th Streets. This particular year, it was like the late 2000s, must have been like 2008, something like that. I could look at the calendar, really see, but Thursday night was Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day can be a very contentious thing in open mic circles. People come through and do all their love poems, and single people feel like crap. Or people get broken up with right before Valentine's Day and they come and do poems cursing out their ex, which also makes everybody feel like crap. We didn't want to censor anybody, but we wanted to vary up the vibe, so we started the open mic list early. It had 3 columns: love poem, fuck love poem, poem that got nothing to do with love. That way, when the night came, we could alternate energies. Because we started the list early and we're passed around the audience, we couldn't necessarily correlate names and faces. So somebody signed up as Fatboy Sean. We had never had a Fatboy Sean before and we didn't know who it was. So when the night came, we had to call every name because he might have been there. Pick up Fatboy Sean, Spit That, audience goes crazy, shows love. Dude never shows up until the end of the night when Fatboy Sean actually in the flesh showed up. And we said, oh, you're Fatboy Sean. We've been, celebrating you all night. Every time you say your name, you applaud, but you weren't here. He explained that he was a rapper who was going to try spoken word for the first time, but since he had gotten applause without speaking a word, then his spoken word career could never get better. Therefore, he retired. We never saw him again, and we got to keep the name. So from then on, we say, give it up for Fatboy Sean if somebody signed the list and they're not there when we call it. That's the story of Fatboy Sean. Well, he founded Spit That in, I want to say, June of 2002. And since then, organically, a number of rituals have started. So for instance, when someone is introducing a new piece, something that they've never done before, then someone will say new shit, and then someone else will say, fresh out the ass, son. And then someone else will say, just hit the water. And then somebody else will say, bloop. And so these pieces developed over time. It started out with just saying new shit, which is sort of derivative of hip hop culture. DJ Clue, who did a series of popular mixtapes in the 90s, he would always say, new from Jay-Z, new from so-and-so. That was just his thing. So new shit, I think, came from there. Fresh Out the Ass Son came from Mary Bowman, rest in peace. She's very important to the that family. She was actually born HIV positive, and she used her life to do poetry about being an HIV survivor. Wayne is a proud winner of the first ever Mary Bowman Award, which he was issued this year, I believe, earlier this year. But Mary Bowman said, fresh out the ass, son. And I think B-Dub, Brandon Douglas, I think he added just hit the water. And then Loop, I don't know exactly where that came from. It came from the toilet.
Donald Trump holding a re-election rally on Juneteenth. It's like the KKK holding a revival in Rosewood. It's like Stephen Glass teaching a course on journalistic ethics. I put the lie in libel, baby, yeah. It's like 50 Cent doing a Ja Rule tribute at the Fire Festival. Damn, homie. It's like Nas performing Ether at Jay-Z's birthday party. Fuck Jay-Z. It's like Kanye West declaring that George Bush doesn't care about black people, only to ultimately become as washed away by the MAGA craze as the Gulf Coast was washed away by Katrina's waves. Huh? You ain't got the answers, yay. Donald Trump holding an orange is the new president shindig thingamajig on Juneteenth, Emancipation Day, in Tulsa. It's like Carol Baskin shooting a sequel to Tiger King and Joe Exotic's former park and calling it Tiger Queen. Hey, cool cats and kittens. It's like Tina Turner being invited to open up for a pimp convention hosted by Ike Turner. Eat the cake, anime. It's like Dr. Fauci catching COVID-19 at a coronavirus press conference after getting sneezed on by the president. Damn, grabbed him by the Fauci. Donald Trump holding a Make America Hate Again Festivus to mess with the rest of us on Freedom Day in Tulsa, Oklahoma, home of Black Wall Street. It's like George Zimmerman planking on Trayvon Martin's grave while sipping Arizona iced tea and sucking on some Skittles. Taste the rainbow, beast mode. It's like the Minneapolis cop who killed George Floyd and his 3 accomplices who kneeled next to him, serving as pallbearers in George Floyd's funeral. Wade in the slaughter. It's like Satan himself pissing on Jesus Christ while he hung from the cross. How's that for holy water? No. Donald J. Trump holding a Keep America Goddamn Great conclave on Juneteenth in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 99 years after the Black Wall Street massacre, while the ink on our Black Lives Matter protest posters is still as wet as the blood in Breonna Taylor's bedroom. It's just like Donald Trump being elected president of the United States in the first place. It is nose-thumbing nerve at its nonsensical nadir. It is an abomination of hypocrisy whose ridiculousness in nature is exceeded only by the obliviousness of its perpetrators. It is a disrespect too specific to be an accident. It is, in other words, exactly what I have come to expect of America.
Well, we founded Spit That in June.
Wow, what's happening, baby? How y'all doing? Spit That. Welcome back to the Spit That residency with Willie Mammoth. I am one half of your host team, Drew Anderson, also the Shoopy the Pro Baller. I don't know if it's just me, but I can't hear you, Dwayne.
Guess what? I was still muted.
How about that?
Does your folk Dwayne be holding it down for the second half?
Yeah, man. So we're excited to rock with y'all this fine evening. We have an awesome show for you tonight. We got Deep the Poetess representing for us. We got Bomani on my outstanding artist. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm excited for you to discover. So welcome to Patriot Acts as we redefine patriotism on our own terms. Now, it is not too late for you. Well, let's see if it's not too late. Before I lie.
We got 6 out of 8 slots filled on the list. So if folks are interested, they still have a little bit of time.
All right. And true. Okay, cool, good stuff. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat for folks who might be, Willie Mammoth took care of it. Thank you. Right on, Team Willie. Let's do that thing. We're going to do that thing. So
they do that.
It is an open mic. You are welcome to share, and we are going to get into the first person on that open mic, if that's cool. Boom. So, on deck is Brittany Monet, but coming up, Brittany Monet has not formally checked in yet, so we don't, if Brittany Monet shows up, then they will be on deck. But coming up right now is Imogen. I'm never quite clear with this spelling, but I know them as poets and muses, and they could tell you more about that when they come bless us right now. Please give it up for Poets and Muses.
Hello. How are you?
Peace.
Hey, peace. I'm wearing my red, white, and blue, although you can't really see the white. I don't know. Whatever. I'm too short for you to see the white. It's probably okay.
Well, hey, this is my patriotic outfit here, so.
Woohoo! Very exciting.
W.
Give him another chance. And Miss Liberty's neck. You. So, I'm Imogen A-Rate. I am the host, founder of this Poets and Muses, which is a weekly poetry podcast where I chat with poets about their inspirations. And so I am going to read something that I think has to do with the theme of tonight. You be the judge. It's one of my longer poems, and it's called In My America. Can you hear me okay, by the way?
You sound great.
Awesome. All right. In my America, The Constitution is a false advertisement. Our entitlement to its guarantees are dealt in measure by the contrast between our skin color and the Bible upon which we lay our hands for entrance. An invisible cardboard Uncle Sam that puts his hand up to his eyeballs tells me with a speech bubble that you have to be this rich to get on this ride. And I am constantly told that I don't qualify by the well-meaning people with a curiosity barely hiding an ingrained ignorance they refuse to let go while asking, digging for the answer they seek instead of the one I have with, where are you from? And leverage as a curse that most genteel of descriptors flagellates with self-incrimination anyone bordering its definition to force back our reach toward equality. Oh, how fair is our sex. In my America, we've been baited and switched while those who enjoy the genuine articles swing wildly their billy clubs while blindfolded and oscillate between reciting the oath of allegiance and shouting at anyone aiming higher to go home if they don't like it. The ascent to Mount Rushmore is paved by the rotting flesh of the unlucky caught in the melee, sting the eyes of anyone still able to take in the majestic view with its putridity stirred afresh by dying pilgrims seeking refuge, now refuse entrance, even as their tears swell in relief those words on Miss Liberty's face. In my America, we spend our dollars on marketing, but neglect the value underneath. And the essence of the ideals that drove its founding is now a dying prostitute, riddled with STIs from days of being peddled on the streets to money clients with antithetical desires by pimps who bark out her virtues while pocketing all her earnings, leaving addictions that fill her veins with a sense of vainglory that barely buys the imagined heroes from her heroin trips, sent out in their younger days to exchange their ideology with the preachings of grand visions from the mouth of automatic rifles. In my America, we crave celebrity endorsements and forget the side effects. We nest-doll the same unhealthy relationship in every stratum of social interaction in which we must demonstrate our love for a country, a star, a POTUS that doesn't love us back. Because this is the individualistic society that despises nonconformity. E pluribus unum only celebrates the one after you've already savaged your way to the pinnacle. But stretching your hand out, seeking help on the climb will only engender the label of being lazy and a drag on the economy. In my America, we love our neighbors with small print that no one reads but upholds. With their negligence, we are a colorful tapestry that pulls towards similar colors. We invent but use our ingenuity to enslave others, to bring quicker destruction to ever larger masses, to set tunnel vision and segregate by isolation, to kill redundancies that would have blunted the fall, to cut to the bone where we saw no purpose for the moment, to lose ourselves in the now and forget to plan for the future that's sliding into the past without notice, while the process speeds up in our craving for a piece of the present. Thank you.
Real spill, real spill. If you're in the Zoom, feel free to let Emoji know, feel how you feel, you know, throw some claps, throw some, you know, silent applause in the video. If you're using video, use a little clap emojis. Yeah, we can see that. If you're in the Facebook, you know, let folks know how you're feeling. I think that was, we living in some serious similarities with our Americas. So thank you for sharing. It's real. there are a whole lot of promises that come with the idea of this country that a lot of us are not getting access to, and those promises are not being fulfilled. So, truth, real spill.
Thank you for letting me share. Bye. I'm going to be watching now.
All good. Thank you for joining us. Speaking of sharing, speaking of creating spaces, I want to bring up one of the most important people that have helped make Spit That with Woolly Mammoth a thing. So I want y'all to bang your hands together wherever you are in the universe and show some love for Kristen Jackson.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for that introduction, Dwayne. I just want to welcome folks to tonight's Spit Dat Digital. It has been such a pleasure to be a part of this live online version of Spit Dat in residence at Woolly Mammoth. And we're just excited, hot on the heels of the 4th of July, to be digging into tonight's theme, Patriot games, and really exploring the tension between the lofty ideals of this country's founders and the violence and oppression that they enacted, and that are still so very much baked into our systems today. My name, again, is Kristen, and my title is that I am the Connectivity Director at Woolly Mammoth. And so on behalf of the Woolly team, which includes our board of directors, our staff, and our company of artists, we're just thrilled to have you with us this evening, and we can't wait until we're actually able to welcome you back to Woolly Mammoth for Spit Dat in person. And one of the things that we were very excited to announce super recently is that Spit Dat is one of Woolly Mammoth's inaugural connectivity core partners. It's a new program that we are so excited about, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be building together, so please stay tuned. Technical things you should know about tonight is that this event is being recorded and live streamed on Facebook. But don't worry, audience members, you're not going to be seen in the stream. So unless you're performing, you will be on mute. But we encourage you to use the chat function, show your face if you feel comfortable doing, just to show our poets some love. Because, you know, these are incredible artists, but also we all show up as little black squares, and that can be really hard sometimes. Other technical things I just wanted to say is that if you want to show some love, please tag Woolly Mammoth and please tag Spit Dat on social media. You can use @WoollyMammothTC, @SpitDatDC, or hashtag #SpitHappens. That one is probably my favorite. So those were just my few words for tonight. I know we have some amazing features and open micers, so I'm just gifting the virtual mic back to Dwayne B and Droopy. Thank you all so much for being here tonight.
Yes, yes, y'all, to the beat, all. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving and get back into this artistry. So Brittany Monet was signed up on the list, but I do not see Brittany in the queue here. So unless I get a message otherwise, or unless Brittany was a pseudonym, then we're gonna move on. This cat right here, though, who did check in and who I do see in the stream is a HU cat. HU, you know, if I'm not mistaken, a Jersey cat, and he's a comedian. Hilarious dude. I used to see this dude come through Busboys and Poets when I would host an open mic there, and I'm excited to hear his new comedy. So please show some love. Spit That Woolly, Spit That residency for Kasson Wilson.
Yo, what up? What is going on? Drew, what up, man? What's up, Dwayne? What up, D? Kristen, Willie, everybody, what is going on? I hope everybody is good out there. I'll introduce myself first of all. My name is Kasson. It's a made-up black name. Welcome. A lot of people aren't are afraid to say they have a made-up black name, I am proud of it. Listen, if you type your name into Microsoft Word and you get a red line underneath your name, you should be clapping right now. That's you. That's right. Where all the syntax errors at? Let's stand strong, stand tall. We are out here. All right, cool. Listen, man, I'm happy to be here, man. I just had to come on and show love, man. I love Willie. I love Spit That. I'm just so happy to be here, man. This is great. I just came on here to tell some jokes and listen to some great spoken word tonight. So I am, oh, Letitia, I know, I already know. We out here. I got a cousin with 17 letters in her name. Because one thing about black people I love, we invented the remix. We know how to take modern American names. We misspell those too. Like we were the first ones to put G in Ashley. Like that was gangster. We took that over. I don't even know how you say Ashley and hear a G, but we did it. We made it. I got a cousin with 17 letters in her name. It's nothing but consonants. She got 2 commas and a hashtag in the beginning. And her name was pronounced Joy. I was like, I don't know how you did that. That's 1 syllable, man. Anyway, please, man, if you're out there, like they said, please make sure you shout out Spit That and Willie on social media. I love social media. I know all the hate and everything that's going on is crazy, man, but it's really dope seeing the outcry, seeing people enlightened for the first time, seeing people pushed into knowledge and wisdom. I love social media. If you're not following me already, follow me at The Life of KAY. I have a whole lot of fun on social media, and the comment section is lit. And I'll tell you exactly why I say that. I'm a comedian, so sometimes I just post jokes, but the comment section takes it to a place I never intended, and I enjoy it every time. I'm going to tell you guys a post I put out, and I want to tell you how awesome the creative community is and how they took my post to the next level. This is all I posted. I said, my goal in life, my dream, is to make a black alternative ice cream to Ben & Jerry's, and I'm going to call it Brandy and Monica. That was the joke. The joke was over. It was not intended to go further than that. I wanted to make a black alternative to Ben & Jerry's called Brandy and Monica. My comment section went ham because now they have come up with their own flavor suggestions on what would be in the ice cream, and I want to read you guys some of my favorite ones. So here we go. This is the black alternative Brandy and Monica ice cream flavor ideas. All right, here we go. The first ice cream is called, first flavor is called Rachel Dolezal. That is a chocolate ice cream that looks like vanilla. Brilliant. The second flavor is called Candace Owens. That is a vanilla ice cream that looks like chocolate. All right. Then we move on to some more pop culture favorites. Peaches and Cream, The Boy is Lime, Black Lives Matter, SWV, Strawberry with Vanilla, Shoulda Known, Butter Pecan. It takes a real R&B head to get this one. Toffee, Toffee, Toffee. Anybody? Nobody? All right, moving on. End of the Rocky Road, Sitting in My Room. And then I just want to read my favorite. Krista, I know you're enjoying this. Here's my favorite one. It's not even a flavor. It's just called Al Sharpton. And it's not a flavor. It's just 50% less fat. No, but listen, man, before I get out of here, I know we got some amazing artists in here. I just wanted to say, man, I love the theme of tonight. And I love that everybody's being pushed to learning and just, you know what I'm saying, just being in a different space, elevating mentally and spiritually and all that good stuff. You know, there's actually, even as a comedian, people think I'm supposed to make a joke out of everything, but sometimes it's just not funny. Like, I don't even know what being patriotic means right now. Like, I believe, if I read my history book correctly, I was stolen from a land that is not America. So if this is Family Feud, I'm not sure which team I'm really rooting for. Listen, people want me to feel bad. Like 4th of July, fireworks were going ham. I get it. But like, I don't know. I love America, but in a different kind of way. Like the Olympics got canceled. I had friends of mine who were like, oh, the Olympics. I don't even understand. Why are we still doing the Olympics? Anybody? Is it just me? Why are we still having the Olympics? This isn't a friendly competition amongst allies. We went to war with these people. How do you go to war with a country and then compete in gymnastics? Is it just me? Is it just me? I dropped bombs on your people and now we're playing pickup basketball. Like, seriously? Whose idea was this? I kill 1 million of your people, and then I'm like, and I can swim faster than you too. That's a terrible idea. Horrible. But I'm not going to be the one to say it, and I can't make it rhyme. So now I am out of my element. I just wanted to come and say what's up, spread some love, spread some laughs real quick. Drew, Dwayne, Kristen, Wooly, I appreciate you. My name is Kason Wilson. Follow me at The Life of KAY. I love y'all, man. Until next time, peace. I'm going to start coming on here more often, man. Much love, y'all.
Please do. We needed that laugh, Kitson. All those laughs. And also, we want you to come through Spit That on Instagram Live when we do the Spit That Speakeasy on Thursday nights. So if you follow Spit Dat DC, SPITDAT DC, check us out Thursday nights, Eastern Time, 9 o'clock. It's love, and we definitely would love you there. We need some laughter in there too. Yeah, word. All right. Indeed. We got time for one more artist before we bring up our first feature. And I see, yes, Black Pearl Blues. I see Joy in here. Thank you so much for coming through. And y'all are going to thank me when you hear Joy's contribution. So without further ado, please give it up for Joy. Joy.
Hey guys.
Peace.
Hello. Yeah, I wrote a short 4th of July poem as I was abstaining from all the festivities. And yeah, it got me to kind of thinking like he said about like, you know, my relationship with America and loving it, but not really loving it, and mostly not loving it every single day. But, you know, there are those times where those identities collide. So anyway, short piece, I'll get out of your hair. 4th of July, 11:39 p.m. I lie awake and listen to a country in celebration. I count flashes behind closed eyes and shame myself for every thought that leads me to the window. Yet I am here, this and every year, watching light shows through neighborhood trees. How black I must be to see her skies light up in every color but my own. With every glance, I disgrace my mourning heart. I return to bed a traitor, still heavy with the dead, and dizzy with pride I do not own. At night, I dream of gunfire and grease, a whistle, a fire, an invitation to my own home. The next morning, trees choke on smoke and sulfur, trash floods the streets, and sirens split the air. As a nation coughs out its own joy, I am reminded of the price of my own. And that's it. Thanks, guys.
Wow. Joy. Yeah. Thank you. Not only incredibly written and incredibly poignant, like you absolutely captured my personal feels from hearing all these fireworks on whatever Saturday night. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. I love to hear it. Thanks.
Word. Whoo. Everybody take a deep breath. Let the shivers get through you. So we have a little moment before our feature checks in. Before our first feature checks in, she's actually like working her gig, taking her work break, and then joining us for the feature and using her break as her feature time. And so we want to make sure that we're aligned with her schedule as well.
And
so she's here. She just checked in. Right. Okay. I'm gonna share a super short piece and then get into her bio. So super short piece. There's actually a video that was recorded with Woolly Mammoth. But I'm actually going to share this other one. It's called So We Chase. Our great-great-grandparents wanted to escape, so they chased freedom. Our great-grandparents wanted their rights, so they chased equality. Our parents wanted heaven, so they chased the high. We want it all. So why does it feel like we're still standing still? So Our first feature is in the building. I'm super excited. I'm going to read some of the bio and then tell a little bit of the personal feels and whatnot. Too Deep, a verbal noun, feminine, international, and poetical powerhouse. With over a decade of snatching microphones and captivating audiences, Too Deep's resume reads like a who's who travel guide. From Cornell University to Ottawa University, American University to Penn State, United States to Australia, this German-born, Alabama-raised entertainer has spoken to crowds all over the globe. She's opened for the late Gil Scott-Heron and performed for President Barack Obama's first inaugural celebrations at the Washington National Cathedral. She's a 4-year undefeated slam champion, 2007 Talk to Me Eastern Slam winner, member of Busboys and Poets 2009 Slam Team, World War II Slam Champion, and prior Busboys and Poets Slam Master. Too Deep welcomes a freshman class to American University annually for over half a decade and has spoken out against domestic violence on legislative floors in Maryland. I want to speak from the heart about Too Deep. Too Deep not only talks the talk through the poetry, but actually walks the walk as well. She has poems about very core things and about the healing from traumas that we deal with on a regular basis, from the microaggressions of every day to relationships gone awry. Too Deep is real, and if there's anything that can be said, Too Deep is real. So I want to welcome to the Woolly virtual stage one of the realest artists in the game. Please show some love for Too Deep the Poetess.
Do my little sign language applause here. So for those that don't know me, I'm Too Deep. It's the number 2, DEEP. And so what up? I see Droopy in the room. And I am literally taking off. I'm in a break room in a corner, working out for you guys because I just had to be here. So if you want to know more about me, you can go to my website, which is miss2deep.com. So that's MS, the number 2, DEEP. My Instagram is Miss2Deep, MS, the number 2, DEEP. And yeah, and so without further ado, I'm going to do my first piece, which is called Muslim Angel. Rush hour, dim light, head bobbing to modern complacency, confined, blending silence until a Muslim angel wanders over to me in a fifth attempt to gain assistance. Previous attempts brushed off by head turns and flaps of express newspapers popping like bullets of insults as headlines of Osama's demise dangle in her face as if to say, look at what we do to your time here in America. And in that moment, I was not proud to be an American if in fact this was how an American was supposed to behave. I knew it was not her Farsi-trained tongue exercising broken English that made them ignore her request because I understood her just fine. Good morning, she said. Help, please. And without a second thought, I took the metro map out of her hand and placed her hand in my other. I gasped. Schoolyard bullet its way out of the throat of the Caucasian woman standing next to me, eavesdropping, getting the best of her. The mission of getting to work on time escaping me because something great inside of me said, do not let go of her hand, and I obeyed. Now seemingly safe within the metal cages transporting civilians back into the breast of the Confederacy, an older Black woman sang disgust, as if she were a house Negro and I was a field Negro threatening to bring mud into the big house, where she exercised her Jim Crow and self elsewhere on the back of the train. Muslim Angel and I stuck out like sore thumbs, reminiscent of freedom bus rides, squeezing and communicating through palms, one needing to know what the other knew and vice versa. She, how to get to Van Dorn, me, how to keep my head held high while grazing through the prejudice. And though we both spoke different languages, I spoke English and she spoke Farsi, we both managed somehow to speak human. Next stop, Van Dorn rang over the intercom of our promised land. And as we walked out to that platform of our final destination, God shook Allah's hand, hugged, said many things. All the while noticing that we never said goodbye, nor did we even exchange names, but somehow understood that we were just sisters just the same, understanding our existence in the midst of those who merely exist. Thank you. And that was a real piece. A lot of my poetry is from firsthand experiences because I believe that there's only one me on this planet, and so I need to be the one to tell my story. And so a lot of my poems are narrative based and based on things that actually happened to me because I hate fake poetry. So there's a message. Whole palm tree shade. So, next poem is called Blackness 101. Schools taught by people who look like me, cleaned by people who talk like me, crowded by people who walk like me, forced to learn about people who ain't nothing like me. Stories in the history books becoming more like me, a minority, minor at best, like the captain of the slave ship overthrown by Sinke laid to rest. I want to know more about where I come from because my grandmama don't know. I mean, I would ask my granddaddy, but then again, my grandmama don't know. So I came to the conclusion that I was the walking definition of a test tube baby because God is testing us as we squeeze ourselves into these tubes, into these socially experimental tubes, wondering whether the meniscus forever been below minor, wondering where the Brunson burner forever lights our ignorant behinds on fire because where there is darkness, there is light. And where there is wrong, I guarantee you that the opposite is right. Because I recall that first there was darkness, and then God said, let there be light. Not that there was anything wrong with the dark side of things, but you must sometimes have an opposite to truly appreciate the first. And now we're starving ourselves for my motherland's inheritance, flailing around in spiritual waters to quench our mental thirst, and yet we still deny the origins of a heritage's birth. But I want to know whether Chinese still speak Chinese, whether Latino speaks in the tongues of their ancestors, and why the Italians got a mafia to build a wall around their heritage. But in order for me to graduate from an American school, I must learn every foreign language except for the ones that I would need to speak to my own ancestral kind. And I don't want to know why I can't say Ashe to you. I want to know why you tilt your head and raise your eyebrow at me. I want to know why French is heard, yet English is the national language of Sierra Leone. I want to know why I can express the Ronku Mini Ebuoluwa, which means my name is Ebuoluwa, and in Yoruba, that means gift from God. I want to know why Black History Month is the only month that I get to learn about me and it's stuff that I don't know, but should know. I want to know why your mama and my mama ain't fighting for a change. I want to know why everyone says they want to help, but ain't nobody doing a single thing. I want to know why you're still sitting here listening to a poem that ain't going to do nothing but put an idea in your head. Don't even waste your time trying to discover what I just said. Take that as an insult. As if I just said that you were not Black. Melanin in your skin? Maybe, but African? Never. Not until you can claim a set and speak a set, like the set of people that were crippled over time but came together because of blood, the original Bloods and Crips. I want to see the day we realize that Black vernacular English or Ebonics was among the many languages and pidgins that our ancestors spoke when they first arrived. And just because you speak another king's English don't make you heir to his throne. So why don't you broken English show behind home and come and discover who you are and fight for the cause? So I want to see the day we make a change because we actually cared. And our efforts makes its way into the pages of my children's history books because I want to earn my Black. I want to earn it back. I want to know what it feels like to stand in the middle of an African desert with my palms stretched toward the sun, declaring to God, I am proud to be Black. Now, what do you know about that? Because to be Black means to be one. To be Black means to call on the power of unity and the power of one, to follow up with actions after hours of marching in the sun, to finally see the product of our anthem, we shall overcome. So follow me if you want to register for Blackness. One. Ashe. Thank you. And I think I have one more piece for you all. One, I just want to say thank you so much to Spit That. Spit That is where I began my poetry career all the way back in 2006. We were at Mocha Hut on U Street, and so I remember always wanting to come and be at the cool kids table. There's a table in the center, and I just wanted to be a part of that. One day I did a poem, and I remember Mr. Bush was like, "Baby, you want to come sit down?" I was like, "Yes, I made it." And so I just want to thank you for Spit That, and I definitely want to thank Willie Mammon as a person who lives in theater. I'm an MFA actor, graduate of CUA, so Catholic University, with my master's in fine arts. I absolutely appreciate everything that Willie Mammoth does. I'm a huge fan, and yeah, so thank you for this opportunity. So this last poem I'm going to do is called Art of Listening. knew that silence spoke so loudly, challenged my level of perseverance. Fear screams at you. Success whispers, asks you to believe. Have a little faith in yourself for once. I think I hear it calling my name. They say that courage skips a generation. And fear uses that to bully me because my mother was the bravest person I knew, the president of my fan club and the gun at the starting line, but I can't seem to reach success because I listened to fear poke me 20 feet from the finish line. But I am tired of pretending that I don't hear my calling. Ask God for his assistance then. I'm not asking you for the cheat sheet to the lesson plan you have for my life, but could I at least see the syllabus or get the lessons on how to learn, how to listen a little better? I heard success call my name or dreamt it. Hard to hear over my fears, yelling, screaming that I am good, but not great. And I listened, crumbled over pressure and turned deaf to the possibilities of what if. And I lived there, stayed there, saw the opportunity to run, and I got scared because there's only three things that will follow you in life. That's fear, death, and opportunity. But what if I believed in myself? And if I failed, so what? At least I would have gotten to listen to the better part of myself. I heard success call my name or dreamt it. Hard to hear over my fears, yelling and screaming that I am good, but not great. But this time, I heard success tell me that I am worthy. And fear? I no longer hear you, but I have turned deaf to your lies. For over time, I have come to realize that there's an art to listening, and thank God I get to choose what I listen to. I heard success call my name, and she said, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. So thank you so very much. Da, 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 da. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so very much again for Spit That. You guys are always family. Thank you, Willie Mammoth. You guys are awesome. And I will be in the seats when quarantine is lifted. So thank you so very much for this opportunity. I've got a few minutes to hang out. So
Yay! So much love to you, Too Deep. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much.
Yay!
So just to let you know our traditions and whatnot. We put your Vim, or is it the Venmo, the Cash App, the follows, all of that stuff is in the chat. And I believe that's being posted over in the Facebook chat as well. And then
yeah, because I have Cash App, but I don't have Venmo.
Oh, then there's the Cash App. Yeah, I just say it all because I never know who got what. And then there's also the feature card. The feature card is currently posted into the link for the chat, but also if it can be posted in the Facebook link as well, so that everybody gets a chance to sign. Put some feelings on there. How Too Deep set made you feel. Folks hold on to these things for the rest of their lives, especially in this digital age. It feels good to be able to look at something and say, "Yo, people bangs with me."
I still have my first Spit That card. It's at my house.
There it is. Proof
and
is
then
in the
I have
pudding.
my other one from the ECAC, so I still have my card.
Hey.
So how will I be able to see the card from this?
It'll be emailed out, I believe. We'll coordinate.
Coordinate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna hang out in silence for a few more minutes just so I can see some awesome people.
Word. Enjoy your break.
Thank you.
Yo, show some love again for Too Deep, the Poetess. We're gonna keep this shindig going. Drew, do you have the next artist lined up? Because I don't have a list open right now. My bad.
I got it. Boom. All right. On deck is Karen, but coming up right now is Letitia Jones. Please give it up. Spit That Willie Mammoth residency for Letitia Jones.
Hey everybody! First of all, Too Deep, I'm super inspired right now. I'm just, woo! I'm still feeling all the shivers, like, woof. But yeah, so I have a new poem for y'all. Yep.
New shit. Fresh out the
bag,
son. Just hit the water.
Bloop.
Bloop, bloop. All right, here we go. So I was on Twitter one night, and Renee Brooks, a Black woman, wrote, "Can we talk about the curse of being a gifted kid while having undiagnosed ADHD?" She described it as a specially crafted hell, because living through it means being told constantly you are not as good as you could be, should be, might be, was meant to be by destiny. Because being a woman and Black is a challenge with the role of mature, responsible one thrown on your shoulders. But then when you have the nerve to be smart too, then the hopes and dreams of your family, your extended family, the ancestors of your past now ride on your shoulders, and the future is depending on your success. You are a warrior, a chosen one. Your problems are inconsequential because you are supposed to save the world. You are Frodo without Sam to support him as the ring whispers in your ear, and you're told that the only reason you're not saving the world is because you're not trying hard enough. See, being young, gifted, and Black is a treasure and can be torture when no one hears you scream as you doggy paddle in deep water with folks cheering you on because you are further than they've ever been, but they're still wondering why you're not doing as well as your next of kin, not realizing you're fighting the undercurrent of your own mind. But you're so smart, why did you forget your keys? But you're so smart, why didn't you turn this in? But you're so smart, how could you forget this? But you're so smart, you should do, act, be, exist better because everyone else can do it except you. I guess you're not as smart, not as gifted, not the one we've been waiting for, not the savior of mankind, but you could have been if you tried harder. And then our intrepid heroine meets the mage, the oracle, the one who knows all, or the parent, the guide, or mentor who's been there this whole time. And at that critical moment, that last piece of information slides into place, a diagnosis, a revelation. You have ADHD. You might be autistic. Have you thought you might have anxiety? Have you thought you might be depressed? The mystery is solved as the director's cut of your life plays in front of your eyes, and never before seen footage and director's commentary. Suddenly, all the desperate pieces come together to make a whole, and what was once a feeling, a sense, a concept that was just out of reach becomes a fact, solid as rock, as time and pressure force it into diamond clarity. I finally had an answer to the 4-year-old me who was friendly but couldn't look people in the eye, the 5-year-old me who was called sensitive, the 6-year-old me who liked to play alone, the 7-year-old me who stared into space and never had a good answer to, why are you looking at me like that? The 13-year-old me who didn't really understand how to be a teenager and tried to fake it and failed. The 14-year-old me who finally embraced her inner weirdo and found others like her. The 22-year-old me who tried to figure out how to be an adult and told folks, this is my processing phase. And the 26-year-old me who had an autistic meltdown in front of her 7th grade class and felt like a failure as an adult. See, when I crashed, I was finally believed that I wasn't faking being smart and having challenges. When I crashed, I finally had time to figure myself and try not to save the world. And I had an answer as to why it was nearly impossible for me to make friends in middle school and why romantic relationships were a challenge. Autism makes social cues hard. And why, with all my supposed intelligence, I never seemed to get being a Black girl right because I was never Beyonce, Olivia Pope, or Kira Clark Sheard. So when I finally got my answer as to why I didn't turn out to be the savior they thought I was, when I finally got permission to be who I was in my epicness and my messiness, I couldn't help but think, shouldn't I have been allowed to be myself the whole time?
My respect to the one called Letitia. I think you just spoke for a whole lot of people just now. So we appreciate your testimony because it's clearly a mutual one. Word, indeed. Ooh. Yes. All right. So let me see. It seems to me that we have one more open mic artist before we bring up our final feature. And that one more open mic artist is Karen Melander Magoon. So please spit that woolly residency. Welcome our next open micer, Karen.
Thank you so much. So thank you for welcoming me. I got here late and just in time. Letitia, you're an inspiration. That was so beautiful and so well spoken. And And you're absolutely right. I think all of us feel that whole need. You have to be champion of the whole world all the time. Come on, it just makes me want to cry. It was just so beautifully spoken. And here I'm looking a little bit too white for this group, and I just think I'll never make it the other way. This is all I've got. So anyway, I've got two poems, and excuse me, I just kind of teary. That was really beautiful, Letitia. I have two poems. I hope that's okay. Can I do two?
If it fits in the thought.
The first is shorter than the second. The second is a little more historical. But anyway, refashion the world. We protest in the streets. Black lives matter. Immigrants matter. Homeless matter. In the prisons, brown and black and white do battle. Who shall matter? Who shall shatter histories of misplaced hope? Scattered dreams to piece together, dream by dream, all colors of the rainbow. All life nourished on earth, that all may thrive. We protest violated lives, unredressed grievances, unmitigated loss, unanswered sorrows. We pound the earth with anger, yet she cannot help. The dreams we must refashion, thread by thread, rag by rag, until we all together fashion a new world. Thank you. And this is called Legacy of Africa. And I felt it really important to write this. And it was a lot of work and research to get it right. And I don't know if I got it totally right, but I was so tired of all this white supremacy and the white history that is either denied or accepted or whatever. And we just have to, first of all, recognize the amazing legacy of our whole population, but primarily that of our Africans who have come over not by any will of their own, but have been forced over to this country and have made it have created such treasures on this country through their lives and their history. This is called Legacy of Africa. Camel caravans still plod the desert of humanity's first centers of learning and civilization. Through the heart-wrenching twilight hours, they walk against the sun. They walk across the Aksumite Empire, breathing in the dust and gold, bearing the scrolls and art of ancient libraries. Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Somalia, South Sudan, Sudan, Yemen. Names we know today, once part of a great empire, nurturing the first blossoms of civilization. Names we know today birthed the fertile intelligence that spread across the globe, birthing the Aztec, the Maya, the Greek and Roman great human minds and thought and art. Emerging from over 10,000 years of farming, emerging and evolving language, dance, ideas, their empire becoming one with China, Persia, Rome, feeding the world new thoughts. Their camels connected the land to the sea. Their stelae still stand, the obelisk of Aksum and the chapel of the Ark of the Covenant, still visited in Ethiopia. While from Mauritania, Senegal, Mali, camels brought their wares and priceless thoughts to the Mediterranean, along with the gold of the Kingdom of Ghana. Camels from the Ouagadougou Kingdom connected all of the Sahel. Kumbi managed a huge population with limited water through engineering, trading their cola nuts, origin of Coca-Cola. Before the great Mali civilization subsumed Kumbi, Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Ivory Coast, Mali, Mauritania, all the Mali Empire, mining half the gold of Africa. Its emperor, Mansa Musa, perhaps the wealthiest man the world has ever known, spreading trade routes throughout Africa, spreading until inevitable conflict tore away at his empire. Songhai controlled the waterways of the Niger, soon the new empire building on reservoirs of intellect, influenced by wandering tribes of Tuareg natives, built the great library of Timbuktu. became the academic center of Africa, extending into Spain and Turkey via Morocco, the blossoming of Islam with the animist cultures of Africa, encouraged acceptance of all cultures and religions under the embrace of Islam. Epitomized later in Ronda, Spain, center of religious diversity, yet the Songhai Empire was threatened by a eunuch from Morocco, whose sultan wanted a great empire, nearly achieving it in the Battle of Tondibi, which crushed the Songhai Empire by outnumbered Moroccans with the arquebus, the original shoulder-powered weapon. Still, the nomadic Tuareg remained with their stories and their love of the desert, their stone huts and exquisite ornaments and dress, and their noble white camels, the salt mines they controlled. They, with other nations, formed the Kingdom of Great Zimbabwe, only gradually crumbling to colonial invasions from the West, encroaching on civil conflict and unrest, exploiting the evolution of African slavery and the disintegration of kingdoms to erode the great civilization of Africa, never to be forgotten.
Thank you, Karen. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us and for sharing that story.
Thank you. An honor. Yeah.
All
thank
right.
you.
We are about to close out with our final feature. We are about to bring up a good friend of mine, dynamic artist, super talented teaching artist. He has made so many moves and represented DC so thoroughly, and he has taken his mission of using hip hop to teach everything all over the country and beyond. Baba Bomani, aka the Watermelon Man, has been using hip hop, poetry, and multimedia disciplines to teach fun and informative workshops with all ages, from kindergartners to graduate students, for well over 15 years. You can find his hip hop music for kids, as well as his teaching materials, showing students the writing process through hip hop and the engineering and design process, among other things, at babagotbars.com. That is, I will put it in the chat. But yes, babagotbars.com. He also has an album coming out called The Watermelon Man, coming out on August the 3rd. And it will tell you the story behind this dynamic artist who has been the founder of the Watermelon Festival, which has been rocking at Sankofa for years. Obviously, we're dealing with COVID right now, so it's going to look a little different this year. But it is a family festival that celebrates watermelon, the red, black, and green savior of many, and fights the stigma of watermelon in the African community and African American community. And it just is a celebration of teaching artistry, positivity, family, and music. And the album will show you a lot about him. A lot of his recent music has been for the babies and talking about education. I look forward to, and those are awesome albums as well, but I look forward to The Watermelon Man because it's about the man. It's about the artist, I believe, from songs I've heard from it. I'm excited about it, and we're excited to now introduce my man, Bomani Arma. Please give it up for our final feature of Patriot Acts, Bomani Arma.
Oh, let me get my microphone here. Bam. How y'all doing? I'm excited. I got my watermelon. I am going to do my announcements at the beginning, and I'm going to play my tracks straight through because I want to try to take up just the 15 minutes. I am Bomani Arma. I am not a rapper. I'm a poet with a hip-hop style. You can find more about me at notarapper.com. I am also a teaching artist. You can find more about me at Baba Got Bars if you want to know more about how. So basically what I do is I walk into schools and I tell the principal that rapping is the art and engineering of language divided by math. They usually just write me a check after that, and then I make some workshops and we have some fun with it. Droopy does a whole bunch of stuff with me. I love what I do for a living. I'm going to do a quick intro. Thinking about patriotism, I am a U.S. citizen. That is a fact. My relationship with this country is transactional. It's all about what have you done for me. It's not blind patriotism. It's literally transactional. What have you done for me? And so, I mean, I could spend the rest of the time talking about what they've done for me or to me. But I realized that my patriotism is creating a black safe space. And I try to do that musically. I try to do that in real life. The Watermelon Man is black safe space. So right now it's 4 tracks. I'm gonna play them back to back. The first one is called Libation, which is a shout out to our ancestors, which is something that a whole bunch of cultures do. As a matter of fact, if you want me to shout out somebody, type their name into the chat and I'll make sure to shout their name out at the end of the song. The second one is called Watermelon Man. The Watermelon Man hopefully will just explain to you who I am. Number three is Where I Want to Be. This is dedicated to my wife, Vanessa. I would be going crazy right now if I was locked down with anybody else. I wrote this before now, but it's even liver now, and I just got the saxophone track back from Melody, so the song is completed. I'm excited about it, so this is its premiere right here at Spit That. And then the fourth track, I think Drew told me this is his favorite rhyme that I've done recently. It's called I Baba Mulimu Wawa Toto. Basically, part of the Watermelon Man is it was like my response back in the day to Jeezy being the snowman. And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with that, but Jeezy sold crack so he could do rap. I sell my hip hop to school so I can do the hip hop that I love. And so in the last song, just explaining that a little bit more. And hopefully, and give me some messages. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm gonna try this with the music. Let's see how it goes. We're good? Cool. You can still hear me clear? All right, let's try this. The afterlife is speculation. From heaven to hell to reincarnation. When I realized we are one organism, that led to my decision to make people my religion. To be an ancestor honored in remembrance, because the seeds I planted are harvested by descendants, helping generations I won't see, that's a miracle. Nothing in this world could be more spiritual, because heaven exists in the mind of the living. It's where you'll be when you're kind and giving. To put our ancestors in that final destination, we're here to pour libation. Pour it out. So like I was saying, in cultures all over the world, we recognize our ancestors when we begin something. That's what I want to do right now. Think about the people who came before you, who were here with you and are now gone. Remember, energy does not die, it transforms. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Yeah. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. Yeah. For the mothers and the father figures, your flames and flickers, we pouring out some liquor. Yeah. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs, honor you by pouring out some water. Yeah. Check it out, y'all. Energy doesn't die, it transforms. Heaven exists in the mind of the living. It's where you'll be when you're kind and giving. To put our ancestors in that final destination, we're here to pour. I'm just gonna run this again, y'all. Go like this. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. Check it. For the mothers and the father figures, your flames still flickers, we pouring out some liquor. Check it. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs, honor you by pouring out some water. Check it out, y'all. Energy doesn't die, it transforms. Heaven exists in the mind of the living. It's where you'll be when you're kind and giving. To put our ancestors in that final destination, we're here to pour libation. This is how it works. Ancestors aren't buried in the dirt. It's not metaphor. It's not simile. I'm talking spiritually to scientifically. I mean literally. They're in our DNA. They're alive in the things that we do and say. Lessons they taught and examples they gave. Last past when they are buried in their grave. So I try to understand and remember them. Learn from the past and know I can depend on them. From when the lights turn on to when it fades to black. Our lifespan shorter than a finger. And that's time. I'll never get back. So I use that time to keep the circle intact. Death will feel like before you were born. Energy doesn't die. It transforms. Heaven exists in the mind of the living. It's where you'll be when you're kind and giving. To put our ancestors in that final destination, we're here to pour libation. Pour it out. Now I was supposed to have a plant and some water here, and I forgot about that part, all right? But you can still give libation with your voice. So I have a whole bunch of names here. I'm gonna name out. Here's what I want y'all to do. Everybody say this with me. Say Ashe. Say that with me. Ashe. Yeah, you got it. Ashe. Keep that going. Ashe. Yeah. Ashe. Yeah, keep it going. Ashe, Wanda Mae Lawson, Breonna Taylor, Oluwatoyin Saliu, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, George Floyd, Martin Luther King. Yeah, you can name out some names. Yeah. Somebody said John Jones. That's my grandfather. Yeah, Ashe, here we go, y'all. Energy doesn't die, it transforms. Thank y'all. Give it up for yourselves. Thank y'all very much. Hopefully I've created the vibe, so now you'll understand where we're going with this. So some of y'all, if y'all been in DC for a while, y'all should know like the kind of vibe we're gonna have right here. I need y'all to say watermelon. What y'all want? What y'all want?
Watermelon.
What y'all need? What y'all want? Yeah, what y'all need? Check it. What y'all want? Check it. The melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. Cause I'm the watermelon man. Yeah, I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. Cause I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from DC to MD and all the space in between. For my watermelon fiends, let me paint the scene. Imagine sweating all day in the beautiful sun. Maybe work to be done or just having some fun. If I had watermelon that crunched and melted on your tongue, you'd say, give me some. That's my words over the drum. So have another one, no better chef than Mother Nature. Drink up the sweet lyrics that will surely hydrate ya. Get another slice, then pass it to your neighbor. Go ahead, drown in the flavor, a natural lifesaver. I think about my lyrics, but they're not concentrated. Grown organically in the DMV, alone I couldn't make it. Ancestors speak to me at midnight, so I related. They say love the life you live, each slice celebrates it. And the melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. Yeah, cause I'm the watermelon man. Check it, I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. Yeah, cause I'm the watermelon man. Check it. We knew since time begun that watermelon is incredible, easily digestible with benefits that are medical. Could lower inflammation and these blood flow through your ventricles. And if you have a lover, some benefits are, yeah, you know. Some say watermelon's African, some get skeptical. Since we were in West Africa growing fruits and vegetables, we found seeds in Libya from 5,000 years ago. Slaves of huts tomb that are still legible. Our enslaved ancestors needed food that they could grow, when our evil slave masters wouldn't give us any more. During Reconstruction, after that slavery overthrow, every summer we'd have watermelon festivals. With eating contests, they were tasty and plentiful. Oppressors then turned that into a spectacle. Some think that living up to stereotypes is unacceptable. I'm the watermelon man, and I am here to let you know the melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. Yeah, cause I'm the watermelon man. Check it, I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. Check it, I'm the watermelon man. Check it. I'm the song that never ends like lamb chop over a pocket full of funk like collard greens and ham hocks. Blue in my heart for years, harvested with my laptop. I'm the watermelon man like my last name was Hancock, or that black superhero. My songs defy gravity, except I get stronger when surrounded by family. See me in the summer, not a mirage or a fantasy. On Georgia Ave, passing off slices under a canopy. But when it's not made of October, the world gets cold and you're dying from exposure. You need some red, black, and green to tide you over. Come back and fetch it, meet me at Sankofa. Of all the things being the watermelon man means, it's a message to those who think our culture is obscene. Politics ain't respectable. Each slice you've ever seen is Detroit red, crunchy, black, and peaty green. Cause the melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we beat, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. Check it, cause I'm the watermelon man. Yeah, I got the juice, I plant the seeds, I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. Cause I'm the watermelon man. Yo, help me out, y'all. Watermelon. What y'all want?
Watermelon.
Y'all need? I wish I could do this like through the screen. I got like a bucket of it right here. Watermelon. But I'm telling you, if we went on lockdown, y'all'd be like knee deep in watermelon right now. Alright, let me see. So let me keep this going. So this is my black safe space. Let me take you there a little bit more. This is some new stuff.
New shit, fresh out the ass, son. Just hit the wall.
Bloop, bloop.
Bloop. I'm just gonna take a moment to set the vibe. It's gonna be like a minute and a half before I start saying something. Yeah. Bomani Armani, watermelon. Huh. My favorite place to be. Yeah. My favorite place to be. You ever had that person that makes you feel so comfortable that you're at home anywhere, that wherever they are becomes your favorite place to be? Spirit down, soul drained, eyes tired and blurry. Come home dressed in a day's worth of anxiety and worry. Heartbeat racing, mind is in a hurry. Turn the key, open the door, and the house smells like curry. Hits me like the beach when I'm standing on Eastern Shore, embracing a new day and the love that it has in store. No worry about the outside battles and wars, making sweet sounds on this night shift. I'm your Commodore. Her body, a brick house, her eyes, a villa. Coffee cream complected, while blacker than vanilla. Brown liquor already poured, she bumping J Dilla. This must be what it feels like when we're chilling in Anguilla. Got me feeling like the tweaker, Mount Kilimanjaro. I said, can I be the Diego to your Frida Kahlo? She said, I got you baked like Cher said to Sonny Bono. As long as you hold me until today turns to tomorrow. Yeah, check it. Watch me make it easy to see just exactly why she's my favorite place to be. Yeah. Watch me make it easy to see just exactly why she's my favorite place to be. When I'm not hustling, you know where you can find me. Where it feels familiar like Mary J's, you remind me. Like U Street in the 90s, I ain't looking over my shoulder, I know who's behind me. She's where I belong, no matter what vibe we on. Make love like honeymoon sweets, make plans like the Pentagon. The sugar in the bowl like she's Nina Simone. Like that Luther song, without her this house is not a home. But right now it's a chateau off the Ivory Coast, or the shores of Lake Nyanza dipping more than my toes. Or when I'm in the church and the band catch the Holy Ghost. Or when I'm barefoot with one mic at my show. My favorite place to be in, African or European, Asian or Australian, Latin American or Caribbean. Whatever state that she in, Hawaiian or Floridian, her presence is a higher state of being. Yeah. Check it. Watch me make it easy to see just exactly why she's my favorite place to be. Yeah. Melody on the saxophone. Yeah. Watch me make it easy to see just exactly why she's my favorite place to be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use that in my promo for it now. I think y'all made me think of it, thinking patriotism. Like, this Watermelon Man album is a black safe space. You know what I'm saying? Like while we out here trying to tell them that our lives matter, sometimes you need to come back someplace and just be like, hey, we just being black over here. And this is just a celebration of that. So this last track is called I Baba Mulimu Wawa Toto, or First Things First. Yeah, let's do this. Mo, why doesn't it seem like it's working? Oh man, come on. Boom. You're joking, right? All right, let me see. I don't know if this will work as well. I'm gonna use One More Chance instrumental by Biggie Smalls, remix. Boom, because I really want to do this way. Is it possible for me to share my screen so I can play the beat from here? I apologize for this, but I really wanted to end with this because Drew told me this was his favorite new joint that I do. So I'm putting it on Drew.
You can share your advanced audio.
I can share my advanced audio. Perfect. Hopefully it won't be a lag or anything. Boo 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 boo. Okay, here we go. Nap, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Doesn't work together. Okay.
Actually, it does. You just have to be really specific about it.
Can I way down, like to like
I'll turn
10
down
out of 100?
Boom, boom, boom. That work? Mike, that's 1, 2. Yeah, Mike.
Nah. What is doing?
I'm gonna do it acapella. I'm gonna do it acapella. Sorry, y'all. Here we go. So, but y'all get the vibe now. Y'all get the vibe. Good. So, first things first, Baba, Mulimu Toto, for show, with my pro flow. Since the days of madness and hobo, icebox and Taj Mahal for go-go's, waiting for the conga solo. Drums make heart race like the logos on your polo. Where chocolate city turns to hot cocoa, keep it bouncing like a pogo. Some things you gotta do when you're loco, like eat fries with Mambo, or Joan on Tony Romo. I rap DC to PG, uptown to Upper Marlboro. No part of DC or MD I won't go. No part of my beautiful blackness that I won't show. I'm seeing in between Norray and Chris Cuomo. Capture 1,000 thoughts of one photo. Kindergarten is time lapse, prison time happens slow-mo. I've taught both, so I got theories, here they go. These little bros with no dough ain't pressed to bring the bag in like Frodo, or walk brick roads with their dogs like Toto. You listen to trap rap like it's a job promo, life on edge. The slightest thing could put them into go mode. They just want a home though. Women express love, no need to say no homo, so I rewrite the bro code. Rap kids and culture like Basotos from Lesotho. Hear a reference that you don't know, what's Google on your phone for? Been teaching kids since 94, as a high school sophomore. Up at Largo back when a Mo was a Joe. Boys and Girls Club with Daryl and Carlos. Can't you see like that single from Toto? If you paint a picture for students that's hopeful, marinate students in love like it's adobo. You can show bros with bow nose and girls to be flojo, so I put that message to a dope flow. I'll say it again, though you've heard it all before. In the wrong environment, the seed won't grow. Ask a fist to climb a tree, its talents won't show. Give a musician their instrument, boom, virtuoso. This ain't a theory that I'm speaking, I know so. I learned from an optimist with the capital O. To kids from Bell, Dunbar, Ellington, and Cardozo. An after school program turned hip hop dojo. New age griot, our integration mogul. Proving it with metrics or even anecdotal. Now they hip hop Dr. Seuss, all the places we will go. Frederick, Hartford, Baltimore, Anne Arundel, Moco. St. Mary's, Charles, Winchester, we're comical. Coming to America like Eddie and Arsenio to tell the kids their minds dripping. So let your soul glow. Our foes chase no does with 4 locos, using waking moments to put our kids in chokeholds. My mind's my 9, my mind's my 9, my pen's my Mac 10, vocals kicking the dough, waving the fofo. All you heard is Baba Mulimu Wawa Toto. Look it up if you don't know. First things first, Baba Mulimu Wawa Toto. Thank y'all very much, y'all. Peace.
Yeah,
that's my man throwing down. Bomani or my BabaGotBars.com. Check him out, support him. Check out the magic that he brings to classrooms and the safe spaces he brings to our blackness. Yo, much love to the Watermelon Man. August 3rd, check out the album. It'll be here before you know it. That's a month away. Less than a month away.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Bomani just like a masterclass in bars. Like masterclass in bars. So we actually had one more artist sign the open mic list, but I don't see him in the chat. Is Big Homie in here? I don't see Big Homie, but this is what you can do. You can sign the card for the Big Homie Bomani, the Watermelon Man, which just got dropped into the chat. So definitely feel free to sign that. hit the card, show some love, all that good stuff. Let them know how you feel about the projects. We got sneak peeks of a new track. Like let them know, let them feel that, because he makes a point to do something special for Spit That every time he comes through. So yeah. So Drew, how you feel? What I feel like tonight was a very good time. It felt very good, very much necessary.
Well, you ain't gonna get no disagreement from me there, Doc. I mean, it was something I needed. It was a shot in the arm.
Yes,
Had a lot going on right now, and so it was good to see some positivity, some creativity, a reminder of why we do this in the first place.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. So first, thank you, Drew. Thank y'all for checking in and for watching and for viewing. I think we are ready to slide into something different.
That we are. And I'm waiting to see that something different. I will say this,
Yeah.
our next Spit That residency is going to be, we're back to our first Mondays, as you can see. And so it's going to be themed the Swoon Festival. Just in time for the heat of summer love, the Swoon Festival. We will see what that means to you. We want to give a shout out to Deep the Poetess, and you just saw on the screen her information where you can cash app her, show some love, show some support, follow her on social media and all the above. Pizza to Deep the Poetess.
Yes, indeed. And next up, much thanks to Bomani Arma, Cash App Bomani Arma, Instagram Bomani Arma, Twitter Not a Rapper. Definitely check out his website, Baba Got Bars, as well as notarapper.com.
Yes, y'all, you don't stop. The Swoon Festival is cracking on August 3rd. So apparently that's the first Monday in August, and that is also the day that the Watermelon Man album is dropping. So definitely keep him in your mind, support him, keep the music going in the Black Safe Spaces and the Watermelon Love.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So with all that said and done, Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Oh my.
Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Oh my. Peace, y'all.